Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek and today we are going to create this. So this Christmas text reveal animation is done entirely using After Effects and it's very easy to create. You can use it for any kind of text. So let's see how to create this. Alright, so right now I'm in After Effects and we'll begin by creating a new composition. So let's call this one main. Width and height will be 1920 by 1080, frame rate 30 fps, and duration you can pick whatever you want. Just click on OK. Now first I'm going to type my text. So let's select the text tool and I'm using this Quentin font, but it's completely up to you. You can use any kind of handwritten font you want. So let's quickly type Merry Christmas. Perfect. So here we have our text. Now I'm gonna align it to the center using the align panel. If you're not able to see the align panel, then you can go to Windows and from here you can enable it. Now let's select this, hold down the control key and double click on this pan anchor tool so that the anchor point is in the center. Now I'm going to press S. Let's scale this down to make it something like that. Perfect. Now we have our text. Now we are going to first create some outlines to reveal our text. And for that, let's select the pen tool. Make sure none of the layer is selected. Now just simply zoom in and you can just click wherever you want. So let's start clicking from here and let's draw some lines so that we cover this text. Now for the fill, I'm going to set this to none, and stroke I'm using this red color, but color you can pick whatever you want, and the width is 18. So just simply trace the outline of this text. You don't have to be very precise, just do it so that all of this is completely covered. So just keep on doing this and just cover the entire text, and you can just simply click and drag to make these curvy lines. If you want, you can play around with the thickness of the stroke as well. You can make it like a little bit less thicker or more, however you want. Now let's quickly do this first word. So there you go. Now I have covered the Merry text, and for Christmas we are going to create another layer. So just simply select the pen tool, make sure none of the layer is selected. Now we are going to cover the Christmas text as well. So just click and it will create new layer, and let's just cover this text as well. So now I have covered my text. Now let's quickly animate this. So in order to do that, we are going to select this layer. Let's open it up, go to add, and I'm going to add a trim path. Let's open the trim path and we are going to just animate the end property. So let's set this to 0. Let's add a keyframe and let's move somewhere around 2 seconds and set this to 100. Now let's simply select the trim path. Let's select the end property, press Ctrl C to copy it. Let's paste it onto the other layer as well. Make sure the indicator is at the very beginning. Let's press Ctrl V. So now you can see we have this write on effect. Now I want the text to appear as we are writing it down. So I'm going to select this and create one more copy because we have two text, and let's place one over here and one over here. So this one is Merry. So I'm going to just simply change its track matte. Now if you're not able to see the track matte option, then you can click over here. And also if you're using the older versions of After Effects, then your track matte will look different. Make sure the shape layer is above the text layer. After that you can just simply select the alpha matte from here. If you're using the newer versions like I am, then you can just simply pick whip and just select the top layer. And let's do the same thing over here as well. So let's select this and let's pick whip the top layer. Perfect. Now if I press play, go to the very beginning. Here you can see we have this text write on effect. Now our next step is to add a glowing circle which will write our text. So it's actually quite easy. So let's first create our circle. So let's select the shape tool. I am using this ellipse tool. Now for this fill, I'm going to set this to white. Stroke, I'm going to set this to 0. Just simply click and hold on the shift key to create a perfect circle like that. Now we can select this, press S to scale it down to however you want. Let's apply a couple of effects to this. So first I'm going to apply glow. Let's drag it onto this and let's add some glow to this. So in order to do that, I'm going to first just make it like a little bit around here. Let's make it a little bit less intense, and after that I'm going to select the glow, press Ctrl D to duplicate this. Now I'm going to just add a little bit of glow radius and just decrease its value. Just play around with these however you want. Now let's select the glow 2 and press Ctrl D to duplicate this. So here we have third layer and let's play around with its value, something like this. Now we can select this, press S to scale this down a little bit, somewhere around here. Now in order to get rid of these hard edges, we can apply Gaussian blur. So let's select this and let's drag it onto this and just simply increase the blur amount like that. So here you can see we have this very nice shining dot. Let's just scale this down. Perfect. Now in order to add more glow, you can just play around with these values. So it's completely up to you, however you want, something like that. So here we have our dot. Now our next step is to make this dot or circle follow this text path. So it's actually quite easy. So I'm going to select this layer and let's open it up, and let's go under the shape. We have this path. Let's open it up. Now I'm going to select this, which is our glowing dot. Let's quickly rename this and let's call this glow dot 1. And now I'm going to select the path and press Ctrl C to copy it. Let's select this, press P for position. Let's go to the very beginning. Make sure that position is selected. Now you can just simply press Ctrl V to paste it. So here you can see now our dot will follow our path like this. Perfect. So let's add one more dot and let's make it follow the other text. So I'm going to just simply select this, press Ctrl D. So now we have this glow dot 2, and let's place it over here. And let's select this, press P, and let's remove the keyframes because we want to add the keyframes from this layer. Let's open it up, go to shape, path, let's copy this. Let's select the position, make sure that the cursor is at the very beginning. Let's just press Ctrl V to paste it. So now you can see we have our glowing dots following these paths. Perfect. Now let's animate the scale of these dots as well. So let's select this, press S. Let's add a keyframe. Let's move it somewhere around here. In the beginning, I'm going to set this to 0 so that it's not visible. And let's place the keyframe somewhere around here, or maybe somewhere around here. Let's go till this point. Let's add a keyframe, and somewhere around here, I'm going to set this to 0. Let's select this and press U. And I'm going to just move it so that it matches the endpoint like that. So here you can see we have our dot, and after that it will go away like that. Let's do the same thing over here as well. So just simply copy these keyframes. Let's select the glow dot 1 and just simply paste it. So now both of these dots will fade away. Perfect. Now we can do one more thing. Let's select these, press U to select all the keyframes. Let's select everything. And just select the last keyframe, which is probably this one, and you can hold on the Alt key to open these up to make the animation a little bit slower or faster, however you want. Just make sure to hold on the Alt or Option key on Mac. Perfect. Let's place it somewhere around here. Perfect. So here we have everything. Now let's quickly add some background and particles. So let's right click, new, let's add a solid, and let's make it black, whatever color you want, and let's place it at the bottom. And on this one we are going to apply 4 color gradient. Let's drag it over here, and for colors it's completely up to you. I'm going to make this one dark, and this one we can make it probably red, this one also red, and this we can make it darker. Now we can select the red color and just place it somewhere around here, this one over here. Perfect. So we have this background. Now let's add some particles. I'm going to use this particle overlay, which is completely free, and I'll put a link in the description from where you can download this. After that, just import it in After Effects and you are ready to go. Now let's set the mode to add like this. Now I'm going to change its color. So from yellow we can make it a little bit matching our background. So let's search for HLS color balance. Let's drag it over here and just play around with the hue till you find a color that looks perfect for the background. So somewhere around here, yeah, this looks good. Perfect. So now if I play back, you can see we have our particles, and we can probably add a little bit more particles. So let's select this, press Ctrl D, and let's just offset it, something like that. So here you can see now we have our particles and we have our text. Now we can add a little bit of animation to the text as well. So right click, new, let's add a null object. Now I'm going to select all of these layers except the particles, and let's parent it to the null. Let's select this, press S, let's add a keyframe. Let's go to the very beginning and just increase the scale to something like this. Now select the keyframes, press F9. Let's go to the graph editor. Now if your graph looks different, make sure you're using the speed graph, not the value graph. Now let's select the endpoints, and I'm going to just change the curves to look something like that. Perfect. Now if I press play, you can see we have this very subtle scaling animation, which looks nice. Now we are pretty much done with this. Now there's one more thing that you can do. We can add a little bit of glowing shine over there. So it's actually quite easy. Right click, let's create a new solid. Make sure its color is black. Just click on OK. Now let's search for lens flare. Let's drag it over here. And I'm going to set this to 105 prime. And let's place it to this point. Again, let's set the mode to add. Now we can play around with its position. So let's select this and just place it wherever you want. So somewhere around here. Now we can hold on the Alt key and just click on this flare brightness keyframe. Hold on the Alt key to add an expression. Now I'm going to type wiggle and let's type 2,10. Perfect. Now if I press play, you can see that we have this very nice glowing edge. Now we can add some animation to its center as well. So let's add a keyframe and let's go to somewhere around here and we can just move it down, something like that. So now if I go back to the very beginning and let's press play. So here we have our glowing particles, we have our text, and we have this very nice lighted edge. Perfect. So this is how you can create these kind of animations, and you can change the text and make sure to change the shape as well. And after that, just paste the new path option to the position property and you will have all of these animations ready to go. So this is how you can create these kind of animations, and the project files for this tutorial is available on Patreon. So if you're supporting me over there, then you can download it from there, and if you're not, then you might consider it, because you will get access to the tutorial project files and exclusive templates that are available only on Patreon. So that's it for this video. I wish you Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. So with that being said, my name is Abhishek and I'll see you in the next one.